It's one of the most standout moments, not just in Indian badminton, but in Indian sport. India winning the Thomas Cup for the very first time. And joining me at the moment, Chirag Shetty as well as Satvik Sairaj. And if I'm allowed to say that, I'll call them the X factor in this entire victory, because as we know, in singles, we tend to have a rich history of Indian badminton, but it was the doubles area which was considered the weak link. But these two have done outstandingly well, and as it shows in their world ranking as well, currently ranked world number 8. And if you were watching the entire tournament as we were, very crucial matches played in that quarterfinal and semi-final, where India started off on the wrong foot, losing the opening singles, but these two got India back on track with the doubles victory. Thanks so much for talking to India today, Chirag and Satvik. First thing first, Chirag, I'm going to start with you. I couldn't help but see your tweet to Air India saying that how about organizing a chartered flight for us? So have they organized that, or you're going to be coming in cattle class?
Right now, no. There's no reply from Air India side as yet. I hope they do in the coming days. They're still in Bangkok, so I hope they do. Yeah, that was said in good humor, and yeah, let's see if they reply to my tweet.
Absolutely. That was brilliant humor, if I could say that. Tell me firstly, to the two of you, Satvik, maybe you could start, down 4 match points. What was going through your head? How did you, plan that entire comeback?
Well, it's always tough to play finals against Indonesia. Like they have much experience to deal with all these pressure situations. They're like much in upper hand, and we almost played with them before all the time, so we know how to play against them. And we played really well till one and a half match. Then again, they were in the upper hand, and luckily, somehow we turned the things in the end. And when we won the second game, then I felt like this is our game. So from here we won't lose. It's pakka our game, and we are winning this no matter how. That much confident I got, and the support from the outside was like extraordinary. That boost, that josh, which gave outside, like from the dugout and the supporters who were there for the match, like it was like awesome. And
Chirag, he makes a very interesting point about the crowd and how you guys turned it around. I remember, again, going back to your social media handle, you had appealed saying that we are not done after the semi-final. You had asked for all the Indian fans to turn up. Did that play a role as well for that revival down 4 match points?
Yeah, I tweeted on after a quarterfinal match for the semi-final match against Denmark, but not a lot of people turned up for the semi-finals against Denmark. But on finals, I tweeted again saying that we need the support on Sunday, and I think we were actually matching the Indonesians with the crowd support. I think it was phenomenal with the number of people who actually turned up in the stadiums, because like if you're playing an Indonesian in a tournament, no matter where you are, there will be Indonesian supporters cheering for their home players. And that too, if an Indonesian team is playing in the Thomas Cup final, then the stadium will definitely be packed with a lot of Indonesians. At least 50% will be Indonesian. So we really needed the Indian support, and I'm glad that the Indian community in Bangkok actually turned up in the stadium, and they were simply phenomenal. They were actually matching them, and even better at times, because whenever because when me and Satvik were practicing, warming up for the match, we weren't really getting to know if Laksh has scored the point or the Indonesian Ginting has scored the point, because the crowd was shouting for even the Indians were really loud, and we had got the dhol and everything. So yeah, it was a really great environment to be a part of.
The other thing before the final, I was reading a lot of media articles, and one thing that a lot of analysts had mentioned was the fact that against Indonesia, forget about winning the doubles. So if India has any hope of winning the finals, they'll have to win the 3 singles. What did you make of such analysis before the final? Did this fire you up, or you just didn't pay any attention to it? You just shut the outside noise?
Yeah, obviously. I didn't really read a lot of articles before the finals, but I think last year, in maybe last to last year, during the lockdown, I watched this documentary of Michael Jordan, The Last Dance,
Last
and
done.
he actually turned his haters into his motivation. And I think something like when something like this is being written, it actually motivates you to do even better and prove your naysayers wrong. So I think we've not really had a good track record against the Indonesian pair that we beat in the finals before before Sunday. But I knew for a fact that if we could keep our calm, and if we could stick to our plan and do the things that our coach and we've decided and planned, and then we can actually beat them. And I'm really happy that we could actually do that on Sunday.
Okay, so as Chirag there says, didn't read too many media reports before the final, but let me test you if you read a lot of media reports after the final, because your taking your t-shirt off celebration is drawing a lot of comparison with the celebration of Saurav Ganguly at that NatWest final. Have you read about that or not? It's trending on social media.
Yeah, I did. I even showed it to Satvik. So like a lot of my friends and family members have been sending me those screenshots and videos, and so I actually searched my name on Google, and the very first thing that came out was Chirag Shetty shirtless celebration after the Thomas Cup triumph. And I was actually instead of them writing Chirag Shetty winning the Thomas Cup, they are like Chirag Shetty shirtless celebration of the Thomas Cup triumph. So yeah, it was quite funny. And but like when I actually removed the t-shirt, it was all in the moment. I think we couldn't actually believe it that we had actually pulled that game, because we were really down in both the second and the third game. And I didn't really have any control over my emotions at that point of time.
No, good on you that you took off your t-shirt. You have six-pack abs, sort of a body. In Saurav Ganguly's case, that wasn't. That's why a lot of people were, pulling his t-shirt down. But you've got an athletic body, so you deserve to do it. I want to know from Satvik. Satvik, in Saurav's case, I know VVS Lakshman and all were trying to pull the t-shirt down and ensuring that he doesn't take it out. Did you not try and do the same, or did you say no?
I didn't saw him that like he was removing t-shirt. I was in my celebration when I saw backside. He was like, "Arey bhai, kya ho gaya?" My reaction was like, "Arey ye kab nikala ye?" I didn't saw him doing that. I saw him falling down and he was doing celebration, but I didn't saw. I was doing my celebration, but then I saw him. He was like, "Hey," he was throwing t-shirt. I saw in the video actually. I didn't saw him when he removed. After coming, I saw him the celebration video. Then I was like, okay, now he did that. Okay. Everyone is like in my home as well. He's like doing Saurav Ganguly and also.
Good on you. That's what makes good television. And you guys made good television, not just with your celebration, but the way you played as well. Just getting back to your, doubles campaign. One thing that was very evident, and I'm no expert in badminton, so correct me if I'm wrong. You could see that you used your serves, especially, in doubles, we see a lot of short serves, but in your case, you were using a lot of back end, sending it to the backside of the court, and that seem to have been paying dividends. Was that part of your strategy, something you guys worked on? Anyone could? Chirag, maybe you could take this.
Like a part of strategy thing. And at that crucial time, I feel like everyone is rushing to the net. So I just felt sometimes I feel he must be rushing towards the net. I feel something, maybe like some six and something. So I thought I will do in the last second. So even sometimes I say short serve, then I end up doing the flick serve. So even Chirag will be in shock sometimes. But like sometimes suddenly, in last second I will flick. Even I don't know that I'm doing flick serves. It's like something which comes from brain. So, but it's like a strategy thing which Matthias Bo told us, like to mix it up sometime. So not only stick to the one plan, just mix up all the strokes and all. So yeah.
Now I know the secret of that flick serve. When you can surprise your own, partner, clearly the opposition stand no chance understanding that. All right, you've already done us all very proud, Chirag Shetty and Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy. Thanks so much for taking our time speaking to India today. Soak in all the excitement and all the joyous moments that you've given us. All I will tell you is that I'm going to call you guys trailblazers, and I wouldn't be wrong in saying that. Just as you had the Prakash Padukons and Gopi Chand's trailblazers in singles, I think I'm going to club you alongside Ashwini Punappa and Jwala Gutta, who did it in the women's game. You guys are doing it in the men's game. So thank you so much once again for taking out time and speaking to us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.